Okay, today is June 30th, Saturday. It's about 8:15 in the morning, and our buddy Carl just dropped us off just now. So we're starting here, and you can see we're starting at Center Road and Mulmer, Nottawasaga Town line here. This is where we were supposed to end off last time. This is the day one of the Blue Mountain section, by the way. This is day one. This is right in Lavender here. We actually walked a little bit further than we should have. This was the end point of the Dufferin Highlands section. This is day one, and here we go. This is where we ended the Dufferin Highlands section last time at this Nottawasaga Concession 8 road. We should have ended back there at the center road. We're going to be turning right here and heading down this no exit line, so I'm guessing we're going to be going into the woods shortly. Into the darkness. Very dark in here in this section, and we just returned into the woods from the side road. It's very dark in here. You can see the rock formations over on the right, or sorry, the left here, along this section here, and it's very dark. Very narrow section of trail here, and the grass is a lot higher, so we're going to do a tick check when we get out of this section. Pretty well right next to us. So you get the full effect here. This is way overgrown through this section here. There's spider webs hitting you in the face, and it's way overgrown. We're gonna work through this section though. We've been walking alongside this big crevice over on the right, and we're back into a really rocky section through here that we've been picking our way through pretty much. Yeah, it's gonna look ahead. Looks like we've got quite a rocky section. A lot of crevices here to work our way through. Mosquitoes are just starting to get a little bad, but overall, it hasn't been bad for the bugs. But look at this section. Wow, this is all rocky. All right, well, we'll pick our way through it. We've just come out of that wood section. Very rocky section, kind of skirting along this open field here. But looking at the map, looks like we're going to be going back into the woods for quite a distance. But for now, we're in the open and it's not as rocky. We've opened up to this nice little section of trail right here. It's fairly wide, trees on both sides of us, but it's a fairly wide section, but it's flat, so very easy to navigate right now. So we'll take this. This is good. Pretty through this section here. There's a lot of birch trees with that, solid white bark on it. Very pretty. All around pretty well. I'll give you 360. Look at all around, sea of birch, and then you've got the rocks over to the right of us. But it's very bright in here. Well, it's a dark section, but it's very bright with those trees, the color of the trees in here, the white trees. We've been following just to the right of us. The crevice has been getting wider and wider. You just can't capture it. Quite the crevice over to the right of us along the side of the trail. Yeah, you can't get the appreciation of how deep that is and how wide it is. Okay, so I'm going to come to the edge here of this tree. You can see how far down it is. So I'm guessing it's about 15 feet down. I know the GoPro's probably on an angle because I'm holding on to this tree for dear life. And it just keeps going. That's where we came from back there. It's quite a wide crevice, but yeah, we're just following along it. Along that crevice over to the right. Now, interesting, when you're walking on this, you got to wonder what the cave system is like underneath here, because there's such a hollow sound to the ground when you're walking over it, almost like there's only a foot of dirt before it's an open area. Look at this one right here. Wow, look at this one. It's just crevice and cave haven around here again. Quite something. It was going down to get a good picture, so if something happens, I've got proof that it's not my fault. If there's a bear that comes running out, I did not tell you you had to come down. Oh, is that what it does? Cuts through. Our first steep climb into the rocks above, and we're going left. Just paying attention here. This is straight up, straight up, straight up. Leveled out. Oh, that's impressive. That one is a big one. That's quite a ways down and quite a width across. Wow. We're hitting the jackpot here when it comes to crevices and caves today. Long wood section, but it's very nice, and we've got a nice breeze, so we haven't been bothered by insects at all, and it's pretty flat. We've done just a couple of climbs, nothing significant, but looks like we're coming to the edge here, so I'm going to keep the recording going so you can see. We got a little lookout here. Oh, I can't get in. I don't want you to fall either. Oh, wow is right. Look at the view. The GoPro will not pick it up. It's an incredible view. You can't see the hawk over to the right. Maybe you can. Swooping in here. It's quite a view. I'm going to go just a little bit further. Push my luck. My insurance is paid up. What a view. Won't show on the GoPro, but you can see the turbines way off in the distance. Oh, it's an incredible view. Something really cool. Look at this rock here. But look what's on top of the rock. There's a tree, and it's a significant tree. It's probably 25 feet high, growing out of the rock. Incredible. Incredible. Rocky section here, picking our way through. It's pretty rocky. Looks like it's going to go on for about another 50 meters. Comes in spurts. You get this little clump. We're going through rocks like this, and then it opens up and everything's fine. We haven't had any bridges or boardwalks or anything so far, so this is the closest thing we are to a bridge. Boardwalk. This is the boardwalk. Actually, it's quite long, several sections of it. It has a pretty deceiving.
There you go, you got your tiny little waterfall there. And streams coming from all the way up. There goes a chipmunk. And running downstream. Still got more third section of this boardwalk here. And then we're back, right back into the darkness, into the woods. Another boardwalk, or series of boardwalks. I can see a second one. No water, just a low-lying area. And that's it. Another boardwalk. Just a trickle of water running through it. Not much of anything, but there's a big body of water over to the right. I don't know if we're going to go down that way, but you probably can't see it through the trees. That's a long forest section, but it's easy. And our breeze has stopped a little bit, so the mosquitoes are back. Little bench here to look out, but it's just too overgrown to see all the way through to that pond or lake. Oh, you can? Okay. So I'm going to move up just a little bit ahead here. Oh yeah, okay. Just this stuff is overgrown. That's a big lake. You can see it. The bridge, subtle water movement here, but but the bigger water's down there. So too bad that tree was in the way. You could see the lake much better, but you can't. And then now we're heading up. We haven't really climbed very much. This is only like maybe a 1-story, not even, maybe 1 story. But we have not climbed much, so you can tell I'm not out of breath when I narrate. Looks like we're circling around this lake here. We've probably done about 25% circling around so far. I don't know how far we're going around, but you get a better view from here. This road here, we're going to be crossing over. This is, looks like Concession 10 South, Nottawasaga. We're just going to cross over and then head to the left briefly. So, oh, we're crossing right over. Nottawasaga Concession 10, crossing right back over. I forgot to mention that the section we've been hiking through and then just crossed over is called Noisy River Provincial Nature Reserve. That's the section of trail we're going through right now. It's a big long section, but so we have been doing that for a while, crossing over. Just I pulled out the map and took another look. We have a big descent coming up, 7, maybe 8 stories in total descent. So this will be harder on the knees, but it's down, it's not up. So again, you don't have to listen to me breathing heavy, but we're heading down. After doing that big descent, we've come to this fairly brand new bridge, and very nice and very wide stream. Give you a full view here. It's a long way up. It's about 100 meters up, you can see. And it's wide. It's a good 25 feet wide. And down here it's even wider, further down the stream. It's very peaceful. I don't see any fish. I'm sure there are, but it's a very nice stream. Where?
Just a second, it just went zigzag. There's another.
Okay, we're looking for fish here.
It was about 4 inches long.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure everybody is fascinated watching us try and find where the fish were, but they were there. So that good 8-story descent we did a while back, we now pay for it, because here's a good 8-story ascent. We've already climbed about 3 stories so far. Looks like another 5 to go around the corner. It's about 8 to here, and there's another, looks like 3 to go. Easy 3 to go. So it'll be 11. So we descended less and we're climbing more. Just out of the corner of my eye, oh Jerry, just for you, look at this. Looks like the remnants of a car or something, car parts and the frame and everything. So if you need some sheet metal, you know where to find it, because there's a lot here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. You're not gonna get the view, but you can't see way up there. I'm guessing that's gonna be another 10. I think by the time we're done this, it's gonna be a good 20 stories. It's a gradual climb, but standing here, the elevation is just way up there. And we've already done 11, so it's gonna be a good 20-story climb. Last check was, I could see that marker here up in the distance to make it look like a 20. There's another 5 I can see. We're still climbing. Another 5 to go. Still climbing. And you could feel the old heart going, thump, 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 thump. It's another, I mean, we're just turning bends, so we don't know where it's going to end, but there's another 2-story right here after we pass that bend, and then it looks like we're going to turn left, and I don't know if it's still climbing, but we got to be getting close to the top. After that massive climb, I'm going to try and talk without breathing heavy. We are now at Highway 9. We're going to be crossing over Highway 9 after that massive climb. We're just going to cross over and head back into the woods. Looks like we're on Highway 9 for about 50 meters here. We're going to go back into the woods. Came from down there, about a story, and just when you thought you couldn't climb anymore, we're going up. Out into this open meadow field here, and definitely tick checks after we're done this, because we're going over to the right, and you can see there is no path really. It's overgrown. We're way out in the open here. There is the Blue Mountain Tree of Life you can see off in the distance. Okay, we're going to work our way through this. We're still working through this high grass, narrow path section here. Up higher where there's really no path. It's just we're kind of carving our own way here. Looks like we're going to be going into the woods, I think, shortly. We're back into the raspberry canes again. Did you find some? How they look? Tiny? I see a nice one right over here. Right over here. There's a beautiful raspberry. There's a beautiful raspberry right there. And it tastes just as beautiful. There's another one there. Sorry, Mr. Bear, these are ours today. There's actually a lot of them. And they are very sweet. They are very good. You can watch us eat raspberries all day. It's getting narrower and the grass is getting higher, and the trail's getting narrower and the grass is getting higher. This is quite the section here. There was a whole bunch of raspberries in a section. In loving memory of Gloria Caroline Edwards, 1942-2013. Nice little bench here to sit out on. Oh, there's even more back here. We've been having we're well fed right now. You can see the view from behind. We came way the heck back there. At least a kilometer and a half from back there. But we've been eating raspberries all the way. It's just been really nice. It's been fun. And we're gonna stop and get a few more, because look, there's even more. Okay, JW, this isn't a stile, it's actually a gate, but you get the credit for the gate as well. so we have to set the gates. We are supposed to go to the right. Okay, JW, through the gate for you. An incredible view. Nice field here, but off into the distance, you can see the hilly section. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can see as far as the eye can see right now. And we're just following along this field. I don't know what that is. It's new, whatever it is. It's I don't know what they're growing right here. I think we're in this section here that there's no trail. We're just working through this because we're heading back into the woods from the side of the field. Back into the woods. More raspberries. Hey, you walked right by the raspberries. More raspberries. Down, but there's some steps here. It's still hard on the knees heading down. But I'm guessing 2-story, maybe, yeah, 2.5-story climb down. Okay, we just came from a bunch of raspberries. Now we've got blackberries. I got some here, yeah, there's a couple right here. Now we got some blackberries. Look at that. Yeah. Excellent. We're at, I don't remember what road it is, I'll check. What road is this? We are crossing over. This is the unnamed road. It's further up the map, so I can't see the name. But we're heading back into the woods anyway, so, and there's a boardwalk. Brand new boardwalk waiting for us, so it must be a low-lying section. Nice section. And it's wide and there's not a lot of weeds. Okay, we're coming out of the wood section here and turning to the right back onto the same road that we were just on earlier before we went into the woods. Yeah, it looks like we've got some road walking for a while. Nothing to see. All right, we've come out of the woods. We're back on the gravel road we were on earlier before going back into the woods. So I think according to the map, we're going to be road walking for a while. So another long, lonely road here. Looks like we're going to go up the road. We're at the 6-7 side road. We're going to be turning left to stay on the road, so we're coming off this concession 10 here. We're going to be turning left and road walking and then into the woods. Not too far up. We just came up the side trail here because we saw these cows. We're going to head back down in a minute to that 6-7 side road, but we saw these cows and we thought we could get really close to them, and look how close we are. Literally, I'm gonna go up to here. Look how close we are to these cows. They're huge. They're monsters. Now, up close, they're huge. When you don't get to see them until you're up close, and there are a lot of females, you can tell. They're big, but they're covered with bugs. Yeah, they're huge. Yeah, that's what he told me he thought of it. That was the stuff that was on my shoe last week. Yeah, big cows. So we're heading back the other way. Crossing over the road, back into the woods. I was told this is my favorite, which it is. Pine needles. Pine trees and pine needles. Nice and soft, nice and easy to walk through. Excellent. I'll take this for the next couple kilometers if we can, thank you. Another, so we're in this fieldy area, corn, give it 360. Came out of that pine field, pine tree forest. And again, rolling hills, and just, you can see quite a distance out a ways. Both sides actually. To the left and to the right, it's quite impressive. Wind's picked up, so it's nice breeze. We're just working our way through here. Alright, I haven't recorded in a while. We've been just working our way through this field area. You can't see much, but it's definitely a big wide open area over to the right of us, and then you've got the cornfield over to the left of us. So we're kind of in the middle of, stuck in the middle of open field and crop fields, and just working our way through. We're gonna head right, but I want to see. Okay, so this is the Jane and George Willis Side Trail, so that goes back up to the main road. There's a parking area there if anybody wanted to come and do this. A parking area over there. We passed a bunch of people, so those are the cars from them. We're heading to the right, heading down back into this section of the woods here. Thing, we're not going down this messy road here. We are heading to the left up there, so up we go. Listen to those birds. That's a weird bird sound. I can't see it, but it's up in this tree here. There it is. Oh, that's quite the sound. That's not the same sound. A tiny, tiny bridge. How much tinier can you get over this big crevice here? Large crevice. What's that? Yeah, because it's a wide crevice that we have to go over here. You know, a little bit of rocks, and then it stops, and more rocks. We're just following along. Crevice on the right side of us, pretty wide. Yeah, but the trail's fairly clear. A rocky kind of section again, but there's a fence here. And we're going to be skirting along this fence to the right. Now it looks like the trail's opened up now. That's good. Finally come out of the woods. Looks like we're out in the open for a little bit. The ground's been pretty flat. We haven't had a lot of climbing to do. But yeah, we're back in the open. The breeze has stopped, so that's not great because now the mosquitoes are out again. We're at the Trans-Caronia Trail, Bruce Trail, Friendship Trail. That's the section we're in now. Trans-Caronia. Bruce Trail, Friendship Trail. That's where we are right now. Sea of ferns again, as far as you can see right now. Just a sea of ferns. Again, still through this section, long section we're going through. Bruce Trail, Friendship Trail section. The Bruce Trail Conservancy volunteers planted over 400 native trees on the banks of this creek in 2011. Out here in the middle of nowhere, which is where we are, there is a picnic table and a great view, and we may just stop for a minute before heading up straight to the back to the road. I think this one just goes to the left, and we'll go straight up to the road along that field. So you can see, wow, that's quite a view. Blue Mountains Trail Club, 1962 to 2012, in honor of who else contributed to this trail and those who continue to do so. That's a great view. This one tree's blocking it a little bit, but you get the idea. Nice breeze up here. And we're gonna take a pause, and then we'll head up there and head back towards the road. Okay, this is the first time, maybe it is the first time we actually stopped for what, half an hour back where the picnic bench was, back there, just where we came from, and we actually just had a real relaxing time, just sitting instead of just always walking. We actually sat and had a rest, and the breeze was nice. Weren't getting any bugs at all, so it was perfect. It's a perfect half hour. Back to work. Okay, JW, there's a stile, but I won't be climbing that stile. Looks like they may be getting it ready because the fence, roping it off here with the fence and putting the stile up soon, but we're not going over that stile, so no climb for you right now. A couple of birdhouses over to the right, and a bunch of baled hay over to the left. The open field here. Coming up to the gate and the road. Which road is that? 1213? Well, this is concession 10. We're back on concession 10. We left concession 10 a long time ago. We're back on concession 10. And look what we have here. John Will, this climb's for you. Concession 10. Oh. Cheater, 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 cheater. JW, you don't get the other person climbing. Incredible view again. The lake over to the right. We're still on 10th concession here, and coming up the 1213 side road. And we're just going to continue straight across the road, I think. And over this 1213 side road here, heading straight on this little, whatever this is, utility road here. It's not even wide enough for a road, so it's just a trail. The dark canopy forest. The trees have created a canopy on this section of the trail. As you can see on the map, we are here. The car is here. To get from here to here, we could go here, but that's a side trail. Or we could go here to the bluffs. We will have this conversation very shortly. I'm thinking we're going here. We'll have 3 kilometers left. And instead of going here and looping over and straight across, we're going to see which one gives us better. This says Main Bruce Trail, so we could technically cut across here if we wanted to. So either one or the other. We're going to have this discussion right now. Discussion has brought us the fact that the bluffs are up here. We're going to be going this way through the Nottawasaga Bluffs Conservation Area to the car here. So we have 3.6 kilometers to go from here. Come out of the woods into the skirting along this wheat field here. A young wheat field. Back to the narrow path. Very, very overgrown section. You can see here, these things have just taken over. These vines or whatever, just taken over and completely blocked the trail. These things with the little white berries on them, kind of taken right over the whole trail here. So we're picking our way through. Keeps getting worse with every step. It's just completely overgrown here. And we're moving pretty slowly because a little bit, but not very much. We're in the woods, so it makes a little bit of difference, but it's still pretty narrow. Okay, boardwalk time. Boardwalk time, boardwalk time. Oh, it's a long one through here. I'll have to check the map and see where we are. So we don't have any idea where we are right now. There's not a lot of marking points on the map, so we'll read the instructions and see where we are. But we're getting close. One ugly section of trail. Bugs, climbs, narrow. This is ugly. Very. Oh, thank God. Back into the woods. Here we go. Okay, those look like bluffs up there. I think we've been bluffed. We should have gone the other way. We're getting eaten alive. This is a very, very bad section for bugs. But there's your bluffs. If you want to see bluffs. Continuing on. More car parts for you. Come and get them in this bug infested section. We've come out to this wider section of trail, finally. We're in the stretch here. I don't know how far we've got to go. But that was very disappointing seeing, was hoping to see a better view of the bluffs. Maybe we should have gone the other way. Would have had a different view. But it's too late now. We've come this way and we're almost near the car, so go. What? Okay, so if you're going to come this section, come here in the fall when there's no bugs and the weeds have all died. Right to the bitter end here. We're in a really rocky, rooty section, twisting our way through this section. It's been a difficult last probably 5 kilometers through these sections here. So I don't know where we are. It feels like we should be close, but the way we've been moving slowly, we don't know. There's your bluffs. There's your bluffs. Get a good look at your bluffs. Was it worth it? Well, for you it was, because you're sitting in your living room. But for us, it wasn't worth it. It's been a miserable section here. At a road here, but we're not. We're heading down. This was garbage. This section was garbage. It's taken its toll compared to the other 15, 16 kilometers. This last 5 have just no comment. No comment. All right, we have finally made it back to the car. My GoPro died. Figures right at the closing comments. We have finished 22 kilometers, almost 22 kilometers today. What a day it was. I'm not going to say anymore. That's it for today.